Heyo, Valiant Versatile here, and bring you a RE4 Remake guide video for Krauser when you first encounter him, the knife only fight. So, most important thing, have your knife upgraded, your main knife that you're going to be using for this fight. Equip it, use it, upgrade it, important. Parry mechanics, super important in this fight, get familiar with it. There are guide videos out there for parrying, but we'll briefly cover it here in this video. So there's two types of parry, real quick: regular parry and perfect parries. Differences, real quick: perfect parry stumbles enemy and Leon will not kind of like get stumbled. It will stagger enemies, like kind of knock them off balance, and then you can do your own follow-up attack, guaranteed. For Krauser, it's the same. He will not get a melee prompt. Sometimes he will if you parry him enough. It doesn't have to be always a perfect parry, but he will get staggered and you can open up for an attack. You see what I mean? I'll tell you when did I get the perfect parry. A regular parry, Leon will kind of stumble back a little bit, as I said, but it will still repel the attack, don't worry. Regular and perfect parries both repel attacks. Just that perfect parry is a little bit better, of course, being that Leon will not stumble back, first of all, and secondly, he will stagger the enemy. So for Krauser, strategies going into this fight: wait and react to what Krauser does now, and then react accordingly, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's try to jump in this fight and let's get it on.
Controlled by that cult?
So you go up to him, he will always start off with an attack. Right there, this is regular parries. You see how Leon stumbles back every time he does a parry? That's a perfect parry right there. And now you can follow up with your own attack when you do a melee prompt.
You're not thinking straight.
So yeah, perfect parry right there. Again, see, he's vulnerable to an attack.
Show me what you got.
And when you do a melee follow-up, of course, you always guarantee an attack afterwards. Sometimes, if you perfect parry that move right there, this QT prompt won't come up. Yeah. So he tried to juke me out by doing a kick instead, so quickly turn around with ready knife. Be careful about that. That's how you want to fight Krauser, kind of react accordingly to what he does. So yeah, when he does kick moves, sweep kick or just a kick. So yeah, if you perfect parry, you won't get a QT. See what I mean? Yeah, so I wasn't lying, so you can do that. And that's how you fight Krauser, pretty much very easy. Parries, evade, just kind of play a little bit more defensive, watch for what he does, and you'll be fine mostly. So we're gonna fight him again, this time showcasing more of his movesets. This is the strategy you want to be doing against Krauser. So let's try to get him to do certain moves to see what you can watch out for. So
are you being controlled by that
yeah, we'll try to play a little bit more defensive. So there's a perfect parry right there. You can attack immediately, but yeah. So if you get knocked off the edge, well, I actually want to show it. So I'll try to get kicked off the edge if possible. I won't dodge it. Yeah, when you kick, you can get knocked off the edge. If he does his kick, bloody bitch. Sorry for swearing. You can also duck underneath certain attacks, but if you're comfortable with doing that, go ahead and do that, I suppose. You can also duck underneath certain knife attacks. If you get this QT prompt, you only deals a little bit of damage, as you can see from my health bar. It's not a big deal, even if you don't perfect parry. So I actually didn't want to avoid the kick, unfortunately. What I would recommend also is that okay, so let's talk about that real quick. Turn this on, parry with this attack button. So when I say parry with left mouse click, that's, see on the right there's a control screen for the controller. That means your knife attack, whatever it's on, this is good because you have two options. You can do ready knife as knife parry or knife attack as knife parry. Both are good, but depending on situation. For Krauser in particular, I would recommend ready knife so you can recover quickly if, let's say, he decides to kick. So let's say he decides to kick right now, right? Right there, I did my ready knife animation right there, and I'm fast enough to recover to do another, parry his attack. I actually wanted to get kicked right there so you can get knocked off. What you want to do is immediately use your knife and get back up. You don't want to use break free. Trust me, it will take like a lot of damage if you do that. You can also stab by readying your knife. So yeah, we've demonstrated that a little bit. So I'm gonna heal and proceed on with showcasing his moves. Sometimes, if you're far enough from Krauser, he will throw knives. Just try to see if you can get him. He's trying to go up close instead. It's not ideal for the demonstration of this. He likes to backflip around you a lot. He can also jump on the crate, so if you can try to get him to jump on the crates, he can jump over it. See right there, he can do that. Watch out for that, Let's try to get Krauser to throw his knife. So yeah, you can also parry his knife throw and then kind of pick it up. That's funny. So you got extra knife in case your knife breaks. Sometimes you do his leg grab move. Watch out for that. That's very fast. If you do it at point blank, that's kind of bad. The only way I found to be able to avoid it is run to the side real quick before he grabs you. If you can get him to do his... Yeah, so I missed my parry right there by ready knife so he can recover very quickly and react and dodge his attack. So that's why I recommend doing it with that instead of slashing. Because if you slash, sometimes you will interrupt him, but not always. When you slash, you can also... Yeah, see right there, if you slash, if you don't interrupt him, you get kicked. So that's why I recommend ready knife instead. Okay, so you can also interrupt his grab sometimes if you're close enough. Like that. But not always, do remember that, so take note of that. So he tried to do his grab, try to get him to do it again if possible. That's funny, I recovered so quick from the knife jab. Maybe knife jabbing him is a little bit better than slashing him. Whatever, dude. I got your knife. So if you're running low on durability of a knife, get Krauser, trick Krauser into throwing a knife, and you get extra knives for the fight. Actually, now that I think about it, it's really good that happened. Right there, it broke. So playing too defensive isn't good. You need to damage Krauser to end the fight, of course. Do enough damage. Not doing his leg grab move, he would get ready to oh, I'm gonna charge at you and give you a grab, that. You see what I mean with the animation. Where is it? Come on. And that move you cannot parry nor evade. You can evade only by running to the side, unless you know a better way to do it to avoid that attack. You can't crouch underneath that attack for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, so quickly do this because it recovers very fast. It's better than slashing, I think. So you want to do that. Right there. See, sometimes when you do it point blank, it's hard to avoid, but no big deal. It does a little bit of damage. So don't feel bad if you can't, react or avoid it. Yeah, sometimes you will parry your attack. I forgot to mention one thing. So when you're at low health and Krauser does the leg grab, it's an instant kill move. Do not be at low health when you're do not be at low health at all. So because when Krauser does his leg grab and he does it point blank, you will not be able to react fast enough unless you're anticipating it. So do take note of that. And I'll try to get, if we can get him to do his leg grab, I'll show you what I mean.
Just like I taught you.
You can also kind of spam parry with ready knife. So see what I mean? Right there. is an instant kill if you're at low health. So do not be at low health when this happens.
Everything I taught you. What a waste.
You will die. So now a bit about parry spamming. A bit about parry spamming. You can parry spam, but you will not get good, and perfect parry will be random. And if you spam too much, you might get kicked just because you think you're safe by, you know, parry spamming. So I still recommend, like, watch out for the prompts at the side on your HUD to see, and then time it if you can. But don't feel bad if you can't do a perfect parry. Do a regular one, it's fine. No shame in that.
Krauser.
Because the window for perfect parry is quite narrow, so
Understand.
you know, just put regular parry if you must. No shame in that.
Anything these last 2 years.
So yeah, you see how much damage I'm taking if I just use break free? A lot, so definitely don't do that. Immediately, you know, use your knife to recover.
By that cult?
And that about covers it for Krauser's movesets and how to fight him. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll leave you with this footage where I just fight it out with Krauser with everything I've taught you. And let me know in the comments how you can best beat Krauser. I would like to hear from you and learn from you as well. And that's gonna be it from my side, and take care everybody. Peace out.
Krauser. I can understand. What happened was unforgivable. But that doesn't give you the right to hurt innocent people. You're still a kid, holding on to fantasies of what was.
That's the whole fight without taking any damage, so yeah, that's it. That's the whole fight demonstration.